attendance for your credit, so it is important. So we thank everybody who did attend today's session. Also, please keep in mind to receive credit for your attendance today, you will need to stay on until the questions and answers at the end of our information session today. Give me 1 second here, guys.
What's this for?
If you are logged in as Zoom user or anything that is not your name, please make sure you rename yourself. Go to participants, select your name, and rename yourself. Otherwise, we will not be able to give you credit.
Is that good, Patty?
What is this?
It's still showing the same, but you can go ahead.
You don't see the screen?
Yeah, I can see the screen. You can go ahead.
Okay, perfect. All right, guys. Again, so yeah, just to start off, give you guys a brief description of what the California Conservation Corps is. It is a 1-year program, paid service program that provides Corps members the opportunity to work outdoors, gain experience, and make a difference. Individuals joining the California Conservation Corps must be 18 to 25 years old or military veterans up to the age of 29. With the discharge status of honorable or general under honorable conditions. And you must also be a California resident and then be able to successfully pass a drug test, a physical, and a background check. If you are justice involved, please stay on for the full session and talk with your recruiter after this presentation. So who we are. During this presentation, we will cover a few different topics, including who we are, what you would do in our program, and what you will get out of the program. The CCC, again, is a 1-year program that combines work, training, education, and volunteering in the community. In the CCC, you have the chance to do something positive for the environment, your community, and yourself. Even if you've never done this type of work before, you can succeed in the CCC. We ask that you are willing to commit to a year of service, have a desire to protect California's natural resources, can offer your perseverance, integrity, and perspective, and you are open to embracing the lifestyle change. As you can see in these pictures, the CCC works in all types of conditions. You may be challenged at times, but you'll have the support of your crew and CCC staff to help you succeed. This presentation will help you understand the different training pathways within the CCC. Most of the work in the CCC falls under the natural resource conservation. Corps members who are placed on the resource crews participate in a wide variety of projects, working with our partners in the conservation field. Some examples of projects you may work on include minor construction, trail building and maintenance, fuel reduction, making trails friendly for horses and hikers, making trails wheelchair accessible, doing public works, making improvements to public lands such as local, state, and federal parks, infrastructure, or even roadways. Often done in partnership with Caltrans. You also work on non-native plant species removal and watershed restoration projects. Experience is valuable and can lead to careers. CCC Corps members gain experience while working with several agencies, including but not limited to federal, including the United States Forest Service, the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, National Park Service, and then the Bureau of Land Management. On the state level, we have the California State Parks, the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, and Caltrans as well, California Department of Transportation, just to state a few. We also have a specialty crew that trains in wildland firefighting. We have more than 24 year-round wildland firefighting hand crews. CCC fire crews are trained by either CAL FIRE or the Bureau of Land Management. You're disciplined and trained for initial attack or mop-up assignments. You can work on fire hazard reduction when not responding to fires. There are additional physical and testing requirements to be placed onto a fire crew. If you are interested in joining a fire crew, talk with your recruiter and they will send you your fitness tracker. Physical testing requirements, again, there's additional physical testing requirements that will go into play, and you can reach out to your recruiter to give you more information on that. Some benefits while joining the wildland fire program. Corps members on wildland firefighting crews have the opportunity to earn several free certifications, many of which are necessary for a career in firefighting or emergency response, while training and working with state and federal firefighters. Some of the pathways can include working with CAL FIRE, United States Forest Services, county or city fire departments, or EMT or paramedic pathways as well. All of our residential centers offer fire, as well as some of our non-residential centers. You'll have to check with your recruiter to get more information on center specifics. Moving on to the forestry corps. The California Conservation Corps is committed to improving the state's forest through our forestry corps and the forest health focused projects. Corps members working on forestry crews reduce dead and overgrown vegetation to reduce wildfire risk, plant trees, and earn arborist skills and forestry certifications. Corps members learn about removing hazardous trees and fire fuels, seeding and tree planting, forestry resilience, flora and fauna identification, and project-specific terminology. He'll also be helping to protect California's forests and fire-prone communities, improve visitor experiences in national, state, and local parks. While completing forestry projects, Corps members often camp near work sites in remote areas to better access project locations up to 8 days straight, which are known as spikes. In addition to our forestry crews, many of our centers do forestry health projects through their natural resource crews throughout the year. A few benefits: you can receive valuable hands-on training and certifications related to forestry work, including tree felling, chainsaw, arbory training, fuel management, and fire fuel reduction training. Corps members can be hired by private forestry companies, including CAL FIRE, U.S. Forest Services, Bureau of Land Management, and more. Some centers may offer courses to help you earn your forestry technician degrees as well. Moving on to our energy corps. We also focus on energy conservation projects and public buildings through the Energy Corps program. Corps members placed on energy crews work to conserve energy in public buildings such as schools or court buildings, conduct energy audits and retrofits, do energy work. Energy work is often done indoors or in more urban project areas, unlike our other programs that are mainly outdoors. Some energy projects are focused on reducing greenhouse gas emissions, so project work could also include forestry and fuel reduction. Corps members in the Energy Corps program have the opportunity to earn several recognized certifications for energy conservation careers. Some of those certifications can include Cal OSHA 10, all arrest certifications, lockout and tagout training, introduction to energy surveys and building science, introduction to wiring and lighting retrofits. Being in the energy program can help lead to a career. You gain unique experience because you're trained in both audits and retrofits. These are desirable skills in energy efficient fields. You'll be working with partners, giving you numerous networking opportunities and can boost your resume. Energy conservation, of course, is a growing field, and people with these skills are highly in demand in these days. Some career pathways include heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, which is known as HVAC, engineering, electrical trades, solar, lighting, and more. Energy Corps is available at 4 non-residential centers only. That includes Sacramento, Fresno, Norwalk, and Vista. In terms of scheduling, schedules vary and night shifts are often common for the energy program. Energy Corps members can still be required to travel away from the center for trainings, emergencies, and spikes. We'll go ahead and get into details about spikes a little bit later. You guys might have heard that a few times already. Moving on to culinary. Corps members also have the option to gain culinary experience through the Culinary Arts program. Culinary Corps members spend their time in the kitchen preparing meals for the Corps and learning professional culinary skills, including knife skills, menu planning, and more through hands-on experience. Corps members placed on culinary crews can earn valuable certifications, towards a career in culinary arts, including serve safe food handler, serve safe food protection manager. They may also have opportunities to take specialty courses at centers or with local community colleges. Career pathways for core members in the culinary program may include being a chef or a cook, working in restaurants or commercial kitchens, or continuing to culinary school. Culinary crews are available at all of our residential centers. Again, something else that's important to consider is the schedule. Schedules are typically split shifts, meaning you'll work very early in the morning, break during the day, and work again in the evening. Schedules will vary by center. Culinary corps members can still be required to travel away from the center for trainings, emergencies, and spikes. If you are interested in a culinary program, talk with your recruiter about the best center for you. All corps members can be expected to respond when emergencies occur, and this can happen on short notice. Emergency response is not a crew type, and this is part of the program for all corps members. Because we are a state agency, we are a part of California's emergency response plan. This means that the state relies on corps members in the CCC to be ready to respond to a variety of emergencies that might include base camp support, hurricane relief, oil spills, wildfires, flooding, earthquakes, snow removal, pest mitigation, and many other disasters. Prior to responding to an emergency, corps members complete emergency response training to prepare for the assigned work. Emergencies can often occur without little notice. All corps members are first responders and are effectively on call. You can be gone for up to 30 days at a time, including on holidays. The CCC crews can be assigned to day or night shifts, completing a variety of activities. Corps members may work longer hours while responding to an emergency and are paid for extra or any time work over 8 hours a day, only while responding to emergencies. Corps members are required to respond to emergencies unless excused and should be prepared to respond on short notice. Corps members who refuse to respond or work during an emergency or disaster situation will not be allowed to continue with their CCC service. This is especially important for those of you who are interested in non-residential centers. You will need to plan for any responsibilities at home to be managed if you are responding to an emergency with little notice. Training and work experience learned from emergency response can help to successfully apply for career opportunities after the corps. This also gives you a chance to be a part of history. Not only are you responding to an emergency, but you gain a great opportunity to gain experience and professional development. And then responding to emergencies is of course rewarding, and you'll be able to see an impact that you make. And you can also have the chance to respond to out-of-state emergencies on a volunteer basis. I'm gonna go ahead and transfer to a quick video that's gonna show you guys one of our base camps in emergency response.
We play a small part in the bigger role.
Grab two of those.
What the heck?
Those ain't 15.
It gets really busy.
3/4 wide.
Rush. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It does get hectic. We start at 6.
Money lunches.
Finish off at 10.
16 hours.
Ready for me?
With the gas to the tank.
Can you give me 15 kilos?
My fourth one. My first one. I would say it's new every time.
I like how we work every day.
Most of us kind of find peace in that chaos. The name of the game is efficiency. making sure everything gets done right. Every day it's getting bigger and bigger. More trucks come in, more supplies come in.
We passed out lunches, waters, Gatorades, and then ice.
We call them pillows. The small ones are bags, the big ones are pillows. Just because they resemble pillows. So.
That way the people, when they go out onto the fire, whether they're doing 24/12s or just, like normal shifts, they're able to like have the food and resources that they need while they're.
We get all the engines coming down, all the trucks coming down. We just start getting out orders over there. Get the pallets in, recount multiple times, 5, 10 times, make sure everything's in order.
We have to like write down who gets what.
And you get to see the paperwork.
Count pallets at the end of the day, make sure we have enough in stock for everybody.
And you kind of get the behind the scenes of it. So it's really, I guess, educating. It's really interesting and it's really exciting to see these guys that kind of come together and work as a unit.
Honestly, I think you just got to experience it.
And you really do see how hard these guys work.
Most of these firefighters say without us, they can't do what they're doing.
As you give out the lunches or supplies or stuff like that, they'll talk to you about like how to become a firefighter. So that's really cool too.
And it's really gonna help me once I do go into fire.
As long as we're kicking butt down here, they'll be kicking butt up there.
2 pillows and 1 bag.
Alrighty, so that gave you guys a glimpse into what base camp support looks like. Keep in mind, emergency response, especially base camp support, is a big focus of the summer and early fall with wildfires burning across the state. You saw a look at what that looks like, so we'll go ahead and move on. Now that you know more about the CCC and what we do, let's talk about more so what it will be like serving in the CCC. So Corps members receive hands-on training, experience, and networking opportunities with a variety of work sponsors. This is a paid service opportunity. You'll be paid to receive training, certifications, and experience that can help you reach your professional and educational goals. Corps members are paid a monthly stipend of $2,814 per month, and you are paid on the 10th day of each month. This is before taxes, so the amount you will receive will depend on how you individually file your taxes. Some other benefits include being off on state holidays, personal leave credits, free medical insurance, scholarship opportunities, and also the opportunity to develop personally and develop career skills. Some of our centers, the first decision you will need to make in your journey into joining the CCC is whether you want to live at home or commute to a nearby center each day, or if you want to live and work at one of our residential centers. We have 24 centers throughout the state, and different programs are available at each center. The CCC has many non-residential centers throughout California, which will allow you to continue living at home and commute to work each day. If you are interested in being assigned to a non-residential center, you must have reliable transportation to get to and from the center each day. A map of all our centers can be found on our website, ccc.ca.gov, or you can talk with a recruiter to get more specifics about various centers throughout the state. If you go to a non-residential center, you can expect, again, to commute to and from work each day. Non-residential Corps members may still travel for training, emergencies, response, or spikes projects. Once you arrive at the center, you will ride in a CCC vehicle with your crew to get to and from the project site. You'll be doing volunteer events, have opportunities, computer labs. There'll be gym facilities and center gardens at some of our centers as well. We currently have 9 residential centers throughout the state of California that allow Corps members to live on site while serving in the CCC. Should you choose to live at a residential center, you can expect to live in a dorm style setting. All residential centers have male and female dorms. Dorm rooms are typically shared by 4 to 6 people, and there are shared bathrooms or other common spaces. Meals are served and shared in the dining hall, 3 meals a day on weekdays, brunch and dinner on the weekends. On special occasions, banquet-style meals are enjoyed with staff members and invited guests, and then center meals are served, of course, by the culinary crews. If you do decide to go residential, please keep in mind there is $500 monthly maintenance fee that is going to be deducted from your paycheck each month to cover living expenses, including housing and food. Of course, this is nothing compared to the cost of living on your own. So overall, it's a great deal. And then some free time while you're at the center. Core members may leave the center to explore local sites or visit home on their free time. Of course, you must adhere and follow any specific center policies. A big benefit to living at a residential center is the opportunity to meet new people, gain independence, and experience new parts of California. There are some aspects of the program that you may experience no matter what center you are assigned to. Core members are encouraged to engage in local community events on their own time. Volunteer work is a great way to get to know your community, let them get to know you and the CCC, and earn scholarship money as well. We'll talk about how volunteering can lead to scholarships or promotional opportunities later on. No matter where you are in your educational journey, centers have on-site classes and trainings available. Centers may organize recreational opportunities, and you may even receive discounts at some state parks. After completing the enrollment process, you'll be assigned to begin training at your center. The first 5 days spent at your center are known as COMET. All right, COMET is an acronym. It stands for Core Member Orientation, Motivation, and Education Training. COMET is made up of both classroom and hands-on activities that are designed to get you to be oriented to the CCC and prepare you with the skills needed to complete future projects. You will gain an understanding of the policies and procedures of the CCC and your specific center. You may spend additional days in the training after COMET. While in COMET, you will also discuss and learn about other topics, including those listed on the screen, which is policies and procedures, physical training, first aid, CPR, tool orientation, and safety, and team building. Once you successfully pass COMET, you are placed on a crew. While there is no typical day in the CCC, there are some things you can expect while serving. Core members have morning roll call with their crew. Then they get the tools and equipment for the day and travel in a state vehicle to the project site. A typical week may include a full-time commitment of 40 hours spent on service projects weekly. Schedule varies by center, of course. You may be working a Monday through Thursday or a Monday through Friday. Some shifts could also include evening and weekend schedules as well. There is no rule in the CCC that states that core members can't attend school or have an additional job outside of the CCC. However, please keep in mind the CCC is a full-time commitment and it must be your first priority. That means that any other time commitments would need to be flexible around changing schedules, additional training, and program requirements. Work remote projects and emergency response projects as well. For all centers, schedules can change based on the time of the year, seasons, holidays, remote work projects, and emergencies. Coming up next is a brief video showing you the glimpse into the day in the life of one of our core members.
Oh, it was perfect. Like, just working as a team, it's ideal. I will be the drag spoon, so just making sure everything's perfect. So that's the last person. You just make sure basically that the line is how it needs to be. And if anyone needs help, like you help them out. Looked into being a firefighter, and I found the scenes, and they work with firefighters, so I thought that'd be really good to just get in. After this, work a hand crew, then an engine crew, and see where it takes me. This definitely helps out. You get your fire certs, so you get to meet like the chiefs and everything, and everybody that you need to know. I've been on 2 fires already, and that was in the beginning of the year. I definitely learned a lot. I learned that you can hike any mountain, whether how steep it is. Stay away from poison oak because it sucks really bad. And it's just cool, like learning the techniques, like how it is on a real fire, putting all your training to use. There's been a couple of weeks that was pretty tiring, but it all helped a lot. Whenever we did grade work, we'll have our fire packs on. We'll do hikes just like this, cut line right after, treat it like the real thing. There's a lot of competition, but it's fun. It's good competition. The whole entire crew, like once everyone feels good, it's just like their family, you know? It's awesome.
Your time in the CCC will also include spikes. Again, this is something I mentioned earlier, so we'll go ahead and touch base on that right now. Spikes are remote work projects that happen away from your center that usually last around 4 to 8 days. While on a spike, you will work, eat, sleep, and learn in the field. Spikes can happen back to back depending on the project. Education continues while out on spikes. The CCC works in all types of weather conditions. The CCC provides all the gear needed, including tents, food, tools, etc. You must be prepared for no amenities, such as cell reception, electricity, running water, plumbing, and so forth. While most of spikes are off the grid, not all of them are. Some spikes may be less remote, such as energy force, where they may travel away from the center for a project while staying at a residential center or even a hotel. For emergencies, requiring a camp, corps members provide in-camp support. One of the most common emergency response assignments in CCC. Here, you're going to be doing working to help, clean and organize supplies, hand out food, give out gear and equipment. You can also work to set up camp, do logistical support to help keep the camp running. Base camp support is part of our emergency response. And as we mentioned before, you can be expected to leave with little notice and be gone for up to 21 days. We also have specialty crews, like our fire crews, that are given additional training and do firefighting tasks similar to state and local firefighters. All corps members can respond to emergencies, but only corps members on fire crews are assigned to battle active wildfires. Because of the physically intensive demands of being on a fire crew, those interested in joining a fire crew will need to complete additional physical and written testing requirements to be placed on these crews. You can discuss this again with your recruiter during your interview. Whether you are a recent high school or college graduate, or you have not yet earned your high school diploma, the CCC has educational opportunities for you. In addition to project work done throughout the week, corps members also attend classes to benefit them in their future beyond the CCC. For those who do not already have their high school diploma, they will work towards earning it while in the CCC. A minimum of 10 to 15 hours a week of education outside of regular work hours is required for students working towards earning their high school diploma. We partner with the John Muir Charter School and San Diego Urban Charter School and have a teacher at each of our sites. This is not optional, but a mandatory part of the program. Depending on the situation, many corps members who possess a high school equivalency certificate will also take classes to earn a high school diploma, but it typically takes them a little bit of less time. For those of you who already have your high school diploma, a minimum of 3 hours per week of some sort of education is required. This may include career development, studying for a driver license Class C. Some centers partner with driving schools for corps members wanting to learn how to drive and earn their Class C driver's license. We also partner with community colleges to develop trainings. Community college partners may provide corps members with industry recognized certifications of completion or credentials that are necessary for a career in the field of interest. Centers have navigators who are dedicated to corps members' development and give corps members the tools necessary to pursue their goals. These staff support corps members and help them set and achieve their goals, such as career planning, finding and applying for a college or a trade school program, resume building, identifying strengths, interviewing skills, saving money, and also how to practice self-care. The CCC offers a wide variety of training opportunities and may also provide certification trainings can vary by center, but there are some common trainings we offer at all centers, including but not limited to leadership, conservation awareness, emergency response. You may have the opportunity to receive a specialized training to allow you to operate CCC vehicles. This is typically only for those who already have a standard driver's license. Other training areas that may be available include natural resource conservation, wildland firefighting, energy efficiency, culinary arts or commercial food services, tree felling, chainsaw, and arborist trainings. In addition to partnerships with other government agencies, centers have unique local partnerships available to provide additional opportunities for professional development. Corps members are encouraged to volunteer throughout the year in the CCC. Center staff helps to organize volunteer activities outside of work hours, typically on the weekends. However, Corps members are welcome to discover their own volunteer opportunities. Coordinating the service project is a great way to seek opportunities to gain additional skills needed for a future career, and can also show leadership traits that are for those who are interested in promoting. Volunteering is a great way to connect with and help help the community. It's a great way for you to add desired skills to your resume and organizations you may want a career with in the future. As you may see in the photos, volunteer projects are often fun. Volunteering also helps you promote within the CCC and earn scholarships for college or other educational opportunities. Our Corps members also may have opportunities to promote during their year of service. Each year, every center sends select Corps members to attend Corps Member Leadership Conference and Government Education Day at the state capitol, which you can see in this photo. That's a group of Corps members that were sent out. You can grow and promote within the regular program. Each hat color you see in these photos represents a rank into which you may promote. All Corps members begin as blue hats regardless of past experience in education, and you may have an equal opportunity to promote. Green hats are specialists. These are chainsaw specialists, cook specialists, safety specialists, and center specialists, so on and so forth. The red hat Corps members are crew leaders, and then you have the orange hat, which are crew leader twos. Promoting is one way that you can extend your time in the CCC. Corps members may be able to extend their service for up to 3 years maximum. To move into a leadership role, you must, of course, display above average performance, complete all basic CCC classes and volunteer service, demonstrate leadership qualities, and also in some cases, you may earn your passenger endorsement for those that have their driver license. You may also have the opportunity to join one of our special programs. These special programs are in partnership with other agencies and may require a separate application. To learn more about the special programs and to find the application requirements, go to ccc.ca.gov or talk with your recruiter about these opportunities. One of the special programs is the Backcountry Trails Program. This program happens once a year in the spring and summer months. It typically lasts about 6 months. It's very remote, and it is open to current Corps members and also outside applicants. You'll be working closely with agencies like the United States Forest Services, NPS, and more, and this is a great way to make yourself known. We also have the Watershed Stewards Program. We have around 20 different locations throughout the state. Locations will vary by the time of year. You'll work with government and nonprofit agencies to restore California's waterways. And then the Veterans Fisheries, this is more so for military veterans up through the age of 29. Veterans Fisheries happens at our centers in Fortuna, Ukiah, Los Padres, Camarillo, and our Delta centers. You'll be working with National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, Fish and Wildlife, and others to restore California's waterways. Internships. Our internships are available at many centers with a variety of work sponsors. Centers may have unique local partnerships available as well, and this can lead to future careers. You're still being paid by us, but you'll be reporting to and working for our partners. Working directly for other agencies is a unique opportunity. You may be able to find employment through these opportunities. We talked about what you will be doing while serving in the CCC. Now let's recap all the benefits that you can gain from your experience. You'll see with the CCC, you can earn certificates for many of the trainings completed during the year of service to future employers. Corps members can obtain their high school diploma if they don't have one already. You can also earn scholarships. You'll learn more about these scholarships in comment. Scholarships can be used for educational expenses, including tuition and books for colleges or your trade, outdoor leadership courses or EMT certifications, etc. CCC is a once in a lifetime experience where you will meet new people, see new places, have an impact, and gain valuable experience. After the CCC, you'll be on a path to success. As mentioned before, work experience in CCC helps Corps members get jobs with Caltrans, state parks, Cal Fire, U.S. Forest Service, National Park Service, local nonprofits, and much more. Whether you want to begin a career in the field of conservation or not, your experience here is applicable in a broad range of fields. Here's a big snapshot of a bunch of our Corps member alumni. As you can see, a lot of them have promoted on to local, state agencies, federal agencies, so on and so forth. You see somebody here with the Caltrans, and then one of our wildland firefighter crews who went on to be a Cal Fire Type 1 firefighter. So the opportunities are endless, and it opens up a lot of doors for you all to explore different avenues. In the bottom row, the third Corps member you see here, her name is Sarah Ramos. She was out of the Monterey Bay Center, and she was able to find a stable and secure employment with the state parks as a forestry aide. Sarah Ramos is one of the Corps members you just saw on the prior slide. I will be giving you guys a quick video that shows her story with the CCC. Let me pull it up.
I like being outside. That's one of the perks. I don't think I will ever see myself being in an office, honestly. Hi, my name's Sarah Ramos, born and raised in Watsonville, California. I was in the California Conservation Corps, specifically the Monterey Bay Center. My dad always took us to the beach, to the parks. We were always outside because we didn't grow up with a lot of money. So outdoors, you don't have to pay for anything. It's just there available always. And I was always intrigued. I was always outdoor. I was never sitting in front of the TV as a kid. That's me in the green hat with my crewmates. The first day I worked with the C's, my body was really tired, but I was like, I'm gonna keep going. Just being small and a girl, like even my family would really question what I was doing because they're like, that's a man's job. But I was like, I don't care, I like it. I'm tough enough. We'd be hiking in with tools, like with plastic clouds, even our chainsaws, lifting and doing hard work. It just kind of inspired me to do that. I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. Before the C's, I had no idea how to get into this line of work by working with them. I got picked up by California State Parks. My job position is a forestry aide. We take care of anything that has to do with trees. In the C's, I want to say I became more of an adult. I came in as an 18-year-old, kind of oblivious to the real world. So they helped me prepare for it, honestly. They also gave me the skills that I needed, not just being professional, but like this outdoor skills that I need, all the tree cutting stuff. My time in the C's was definitely really enjoyable. If you join the CCC, you will gain skills that will help you develop into a young adult, but also it will help your career.
All right, so that video gave you guys, again, an insight into one of our former Corps members, and you got to see that it opened up doors for her to find a career path. So moving on, obviously, if you are interested in joining the program, here are the steps. You have already applied online and are currently attending the online information session. Again, you will need to wait until the end of the Q&A for credit. Once we're done here, the next step is to contact your recruiter to schedule your interview. They will also contact you once you have received credit for joining today's session. If you are unsure who your recruiter is, I will be posting their numbers after the Q&As. You can also find it on your application portal. You can log into your application portal and then your recruiter specific information can be found on the portal. During your informational interview, you will go over which conservation areas and training pathways you are interested in and how soon you wish to start. How quickly you get through these steps and how quickly we get your background check results will determine how soon you can join. Please keep in mind, there are only a few recruiters and hundreds of you, right? If it takes a few business days to hear back from your recruiter to schedule your interview, please do not stress or worry. We will get back to you. Also, please keep in mind, in terms of scheduling interviews, you can see yourself waiting about a month out to be able to schedule your interview. We have a very high volume caseload, and we're working through that, obviously to get to everybody. So just give us some grace and some patience. We will be getting back to all of you. Please remember, again, to stay on until this questions and answer session is over. If you have any questions, I'll go ahead and open that up for your opportunity to ask any questions. You can please go ahead and raise your hand. We'll unmute you, and you can also put your questions in the chat, and somebody will answer those questions as well. And then, you can use your reactions to raise your hand, please, if you have any questions. All righty, go ahead, Alex.
So my question was, you had mentioned those stipends post-tax. Is that going to be post-tax reduction off of the residential center as well? Or is that kind of included into that?
Are you talking about the $500 deduction?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's gonna be taxed after that as well. What that looks like specifically, it depends on each individual and how they utilize their tax situation. But yeah, it'll be after that deduction.
Thank you.
Claudia?
So my question is along the lines of Alex. So for example, if we are in a residential center, our pay will be taxed after the 500 is deducted.
Yeah, I believe that's how it is situated. I mean, that $500 is going to be deducted, and then you're going to be taxed whatever your bracket, however you file. Again, the specifics of what that looks like, I don't know. It's different for every individual, but yeah, you're gonna that $500 is going to be taken out, and you will be taxed as well.
Okay. And I have one more question. I know that one of the benefits was also health insurance. Where would we be able to get more information on that?
That will happen more so at the center when you are assigned to whatever center. But you can also reach out to your recruiter and obviously discuss any questions, comments, concerns you may have, and they'll give you more additional details pertaining to your specific questions.
Okay, thank you.
Alec, I don't know if you left your hand up or you have another question.
Yes. So you were mentioning the opportunities for internships throughout the Cs. With that, are those paid internships or those non-paid internships? Will you still be receiving a stipend from the CCC? How does that all work?
Yeah, Kathy, you can second this if I'm mistaken, but yes, you're continuing to receive your stipend from the CCC. You're still going to get paid from us. You're just going to be working with our partners.
Excellent.
And there, Anisha?
I just had a question about the drug test because I know you said that we had to take a drug test. What happens if you don't pass it?
So when you come into this, it's something I haven't touched base on yet.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said, Raider, but, so if you do not pass, you do not get to continue with your enrollment in the CCC. You have to be able to pass it. If you test, if it's only marijuana that you test positive for, then you will get you do like a conditional enrollment, and then they'll test you a second time between 30 and 60 days. And if you are still positive that second time, then you will be separated from the program.
Okay, alrighty, that's all I wanted to know was about the marijuana.
Okay, go ahead, Fabian. Thank you, Kathy. Fabian? No? Okay, I guess we'll move on to Frank, if Fabian's not able to.
Couple part questions. Good afternoon. Sorry, I came in late. I had a call. Can I still make the 5:30 meeting, first off?
Yes, please go ahead and go to your email to sign up for the 5:30 session so you can get that Zoom link.
And if I can't, I'm just, because I'm a first responder, so I kind of work 24s, so it's kind of hard. I can reschedule, correct?
Yeah, you can talk to your recruiter about receiving a new invite.
And so is there any EMS opportunities within the Cs so I can kind of use my skills within it?
No, we do not have that in the Cs.
And do you guys get PTO or anything like that? If there's like a family obligation, do you guys allow that?
Yes, so you do get days off. So that's something that your recruiter will discuss with you during your interview once you receive your enrollment agreement.
If sorry, one last question, if you don't mind. How do we know who our recruiter is?
So you can log into your application portal and it'll have your recruiter's information, their contact information, and their name.
And the application portal is at the beginning of the meeting?
No, so that's where you apply online on our website. You go back to where you applied and you log in using the information you used to apply.
All right, thank you.
Go ahead, Yama.
Hi, I have a question about if someone is not living in the residential center, that he has to go out, it will be in the, if someone is it like the branches will be choice of the CCC, or it's they have a specific branch like in Sacramento, if or they're gonna send it to out of state or out of city, something like that.
So in terms of if you're wanting to go residential or non-residential, you'll speak with your recruiter. You can put in a preference for a specific location, closest to you or wherever, if you want to go explore a different part of California at one of our other centers. This is something you'll discuss with your recruiter and they'll navigate that situation for you.
For non-residential center, it'll be whatever's commuting distance to you.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to live at a residential center, you have to have a non-residential center that's close enough for you to be able to drive to every day.
Oh, okay. It's like choice of the student, it's not from CC, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, so it'll be up to where you live.
Oh, okay. And for the when it's if it's non-residential, it will be from some specific time, from 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. It will go in and then come back from 4 whatever, or it's a different schedule, like Mondays from 10 o'clock or.
Every center has a specific schedule. Obviously, depending on where you're going to go, you'll get more information on what that schedule will look like pertaining to that specific center. But there is a schedule, and you'll be following that schedule. You treat it like a regular job. You'll be commuting to work and back home, and then obviously you're expected to be back at work the next day as a regular job.
Okay, thank you.
Elisa?
Hi, yes. I have a question regarding the transportation. How would that work?
In terms of are you interested in residential? or what do you, is there more specific on your question regarding transportation?
Yeah, okay, so like I don't have a vehicle, like, do you guys like have transportation? Like,
If you're trying to go to non-residential, you gotta have a, reliable means of
I was
transportation.
thinking, I wanna reside at the,
You want to do residential? Yeah. So you'll work with your recruiter. We do assist you guys with transportation if feasible. So again, just reach out to your recruiter at the end of this information session. Let them know the situation. That obviously you're requesting assistance with transportation, and they'll work with you to navigate the best course to get you to where you gotta be. Okay.
for sure, thank you.
Fabian, do you have a question? Excuse me. Fabian, do you have a question? Okay, no other questions on, I'm gonna go ahead and answer the chat questions. Nobody wants to go on mute and ask you.
I think we have Juan with a question.
Okay, go ahead, Juan.
Hello. So will our recruiters contact us for the interview, or do we contact them?
Yeah, you can reach out to them at the end of the interview, but they will be reaching out to you. Again, we have a very high volume caseload. We're working with hundreds and hundreds of recruits. So they will be reaching out to you at some point as well. But you can go ahead and check in with them and, explain, introduce yourself, what center you're interested in, what program, this way to help them kind of process things a little bit sooner and help navigate and guide you in the process.
Okay, thank you.
I guess so.
And again, you don't want to be blowing up your recruiter though, obviously again, so just, give them some grace and some patience, but they will be getting to you guys at some point, okay? Now go ahead, Dan.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, so I was wondering, like, there's two locations, residential, non-residential. So I thought I was under the impression we'll be working like a location with forests or like national parks. Is that sort of true?
Yeah, that's true for non-residential and residential. Again, you're going to be doing, depending on the pathway you go, you're going to be working in different areas all throughout the state, throughout your community. So you guys are going to be sent out to various projects throughout the state. So yeah, you're going to be out in the forest. If that's, you're going natural resources or forestry, you'll be out and about in the field and on the grid. All of our pathways are pretty much hands-on, and you'll be doing outdoor work for sure.
Okay. So wait. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know.
Any other questions? Anybody wants to ask over see some of the chat questions are being answered as well. If anybody wants to just go off mute real quick and ask the question. This is a good opportunity for you guys to do that, obviously. Again, just to get, any clarification you might need. If there's anything on your mind, no question is a stupid question. It might be a question somebody else wants to ask as well. So don't be shy to go off mute and ask the question.
And you do need to use reactions to raise your hand. That way we can unmute you.
Yes, sorry about that. Alex, you have another question?
Yeah, what's your policy on tattoos?
Tattoos are fine as long as it's not something like obscene that's visible. You should be fine.
Okay, so kind of similar as military policies.
I'm honestly not sure what military policies are, but
Okay.
yeah, you should be good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Claudia?
For residential centers, would the Cs cover transportation from where I live to the residential center?
Yeah, so we do assist, for most parts, yeah, we do assist you with the transportation that is taken care of by the CCC. Again, just reach out to your recruiter, let them know your situation. If you need to, if you're going to be needing transportation at some point when you are assigned to a center, they'll work with via Greyhound or Amtrak will assist you guys with getting you to the center. To answer your question? Oh, okay, thank you. Damien?
I was wondering, how would you be able to work with the chainsaws, or is that a question I have to ask my recruiter?
You said you're wondering how to work with the chainsaw?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, it just depends on the trade and the pathway you choose. Obviously, once you're in the CCC, you will be getting various different trainings and certifications in respects to the pathway that you decide on. So what that looks like is going to be different center to center in terms of when they do those trainings. But again, just reach out to your recruiter. They'll give you more details pertaining to, the center you're interested in and, in terms of how long everything goes. Okay.
I have another question. Am I allowed, if I do get the option to, am I allowed to bring my own chainsaw or no?
I don't believe so. We provide all the tools and equipment and gear that you will need.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Alec?
Yeah, so when it comes to you guys' community colleges that you team up with, is that something I would be talking more with my recruiter, or?
That is something that it varies by center. So the centers are the ones that decide who they're partnering with, and it also varies by program. So not every program is going to take community college classes. It's only specific programs, and it just varies by like what projects or trainings they're working on at the time.
Correct. Like for instance, I'm in the Tahoe region, so I already know because I go to school here already. But you guys do partner with LTCC. So I'm just curious on how that operates.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes. So the Tahoe Center does partner with a community college in that area. But it is only, I believe, forestry for that takes classes there.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, ma'am.
Alrighty, okay, go ahead, Xavier.
I just had a question about the diploma thing. So like, how many hours of it is you said for classes after work?
For high school diploma, it's 10 hours per week.
10 hours a week, okay. And because I'm right now, I don't have my high school diploma, but I'm currently like in the process of getting my GED. Do I can I do both, or like would I just have to do one within the program?
No, you would essentially drop what you're doing at the GED program and then pick up with the CCC. They'll go off your transcripts, see where you were last at, and then they'll create an education plan to help you finish from that point.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good.
They will be finishing it through the CCC for sure. Okay. Any last minute questions? I'm gonna take maybe a couple more questions. Yama, go ahead real quick.
Asking like it's 1 year program, right? If someone take like firefighter and after like 1 year it's finished, it will receive like the certificate, and the credit it's possible the credit will transfer to a community colleges, like for if someone want to
Yeah, so it takes about a year to gain the training and certifications you need. Of course, it's respected to how
transfer the credit or.
Oh, sorry, it cut out a little bit. But just real quick, sorry to cut you off, Yama. I'm gonna go ahead and share the phone numbers for the recruiters. Yama, I'll get back to your question. But for the phone number, this is gonna be the number for your recruiter. Obviously, this is going to be the number to the closest location to your address on file, not the location that you want to go to. So obviously you'll want to go based off your address. If you're from San Diego area, your recruiter is going to be San Diego. You'll reach out to them. Even if you might want to go to Pomona, you're not going to reach out to that recruiter. Reach out to a recruiter in your area. Here's their phone numbers. Take a picture. Take a note of it. We have just under a minute. Sorry to cut you off, Yama and Jacob. We may or may not be able to get you guys' questions. If anything, relay that information to your recruiter when you guys have the chance, okay? Sorry about that.
Here is nothing sure for the Sacramento phone number, like.
Right here.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so thank you all for attending. You have now completed the information session. You can now reach out to your recruiter. If you don't know who they are, again, the number is on the screen, and then you can also log into your applicant portal. That's how you applied for the position to begin with. The recruiter information will be there for you. Okay, so go ahead and take a look at that. Thank you guys all for attending. Have a good rest of your day.
Oh. Oh.